Welcome to Thought Leader Life, where we are helping to democratize thought leadership. Join us each week where we interview a new thought leader about what it takes to become and maintain thought leadership in a number of different vertical markets. To learn more, check out www.thoughtleaderlife.com. Hi, Mitchell Levy, global credibility expert, and welcome to this special credibility episode of Thought Leader Life, where we're interviewing really amazing humans from around the planet and hearing about their credibility. You are going to be ready for a beautiful treat with Ray Makela. He is a business development executive, entrepreneur, and technology leader with 25 plus years of management, consulting, and sales experience. He's responsible for managing profitable growth and client success. Some of his clients include Cisco, the one with an S, not a C, Cisco, Pandora, Ritchie Brothers, and Walmart. And Ray, welcome to the show.
Well, thanks, Mitchell. It's a pleasure to be here today.
Thanks. Great to have you. Great to interact with you. Tell me, what is your CPOP? What's your customer point of pain?
Yeah, when we think about our customer point of pain, we work with mid to large size companies where they've typically grown fast and promoted their best performing reps to sales manager, but they haven't necessarily equipped those sales managers with the skills, the knowledge, and the tools they need to be successful. So they're often underperforming their team's quota, they're maybe having turnover issues, and they're really not closing the business they need to, but yet as a sales manager, they don't know how to close that gap. And that's one of the things we do is we help them close that gap.
Very succinct. So got the right audience you're going after. And typically what happens when you're a good salesperson, sometimes you get promoted to leader, and then that doesn't, just because you can sell doesn't mean you can manage salespeople. So what does that mean? What do you do?
Yeah, so there's a ton of focus and frankly a lot of dollars spent on training the sales team. So we have annual sales kickoffs. We have sales training that comes in. It seems like every year there's something coming into the organization in a lot of these places, but there often isn't the reinforcement, the sustainment, and frankly the coaching to keep those skills alive. So we work with the frontline managers to really help them become better leaders and managers and coaches so that they can assess and identify the skills of their reps and actually build a plan to help continue to improve those, much like a professional sports coach would work with their players to identify the 2 or 3 key things they need to improve their performance on the field.
As I'm doing many more of these episodes, one of the industries that apparently do this really well is real estate. Because if you're a realtor, you get assigned a mentor and a coach to help you be successful at doing what you do. It's really interesting. And why we don't do this as much as we should in the Fortune 500, Fortune 50, it's a surprise to me. I'm glad you guys do that. That's amazing.
Yeah, and often it's about the coaching culture, where, as you mentioned, real estate, pharmaceuticals, there are some industries where it's not unusual to have the manager riding along, observing, providing feedback. In other cases, the manager's role, frankly, is telling and yelling, right? Or they're just managing reports, and they're just fighting fires and handling the discrepancies and the issues versus really creating that environment where they're asking questions, where they're actively listening, and then assuming that the reps are trying to do a good job and then helping them get there, right? So they're really adopting that coaching mindset with the reps that are on their team.
Got it. I like it. Thank you for that, for adding a little bit more. Tell me, what gives you the credibility to do what you do?
Yeah, well, as you mentioned in the introduction, I've been in sales and sales management and consulting my whole career. And even going back to, I started out as an officer in the Navy. So even though you'd say, well, how does that qualify you to be a sales trainer? But actually, it was the leadership and management skills I learned as a surface warfare officer that really helped me appreciate and understand what it takes to manage and run a sales team. And then I've been very fortunate to be in sales and marketing through the rest of my career, both in consulting, starting out at Accenture, and then running a small IT consulting business here in Seattle, and then eventually in the sales and sales management work that we're doing at Sales Readiness Group. So we've really tried to combine a lot of those best practices. And in fact, with my partners, Norman Bihar and David Jacoby, we authored the High Impact Sales Manager, here, a quick video there, about 2 years ago. That's really a compilation of the program that we use to teach frontline sales managers how to be better leaders.
So School of Hard Knocks, couple partners, skill sets from both Accenture and the Navy, which by itself have great program and learning opportunities. I like it. So how do you take this knowledge, this credibility you have? How do you make sure that before people talk to you, how do they see you? What are some of the things you do for outreach where they get to see your credibility and then decide to have that conversation?
Yeah, and one of the things I really enjoy about our position in the industry, and we've been recognized as sales training top 20 company now for 10 years in a row by Selling Power, is we really try to get out there and engage in the industry. So we have a monthly webinar that we provide. It's free of charge, but we try to provide some of our best practices and some of our thought leadership. We're blogging on a weekly basis. So if you go to salesreadinessgroup.com, we have over 300 articles and blogs, as well as video blogs that cover just little micro learning chunks, just little topics like how to handle objections or how to deal with a difficult rep on your team, something that might be topical for that day. So we really try to get out there through the information that we're sharing, through LinkedIn, through the website, and then also working with partners in the industry at trade shows and conferences and whatnot to speak and publish on those same topics.
Selling Power, of course, being one of them. So
Absolutely.
listen, if you're in a mid to large size company and you've promoted your salespeople to sales leaders, but you're not seeing the effectivity of those sales leadership the way you want to, you got to reach out to Ray Makela. Ray, what's the best way to reach out to you?
Yeah, so a couple of things. I mentioned the website. So, the wealth of information there. Please, you can take a look at www.salesreadinessgroup.com. I would say link into me directly on LinkedIn. So that's Ray Makela on LinkedIn. And you can find the other contact information, but those are really two primary sources. You can contact us and also see and get access to the information we provide.
Beautiful. Ray, thanks for sharing your credibility with us today. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, Mitchell. It's been a pleasure.
You're welcome. And everyone else, thanks for joining us. Please like and subscribe to our channel and look forward to seeing you at the next episode of Thought Leader Life. Take care, everyone. Bye now.
Great. Thanks, Mitchell.
Hope you enjoyed this episode of Thought Leader Life. Please subscribe to us on YouTube and activate us by going to thoughtleaderlife.com/activate. Till next time.